Have you ever paused in the quiet of your morning coffee, looked out the window, and felt something deep stir within you? A nudge, a whisper, an invisible presence? You might wonder, was that just a thought or something more? Could God be trying to tell me something? Don't skip this video, because if you're experiencing even one of these three signs, it could mean God is trying to tell you something. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, you've lived enough life to know that sometimes life speaks in whispers, and often so does God. Today, we're going to explore three gentle but powerful signs that God may be speaking to you right now in your everyday life. These aren't lightning bolts or booming voices from the sky. They are subtle, wise, and meaningful, just like many of you watching today. 1. Persistent thoughts that feel bigger than you. Have you ever had a thought come to you, not once, not twice, but over and over again? Maybe it's a gentle idea to call an old friend, or a tug on your heart to forgive someone you've been holding on to for years. These thoughts are often repetitive, persistent, and strangely filled with peace, not pressure. Let me tell you a quick story. Margaret, a 63-year-old retired nurse from Arizona, shared that she kept thinking about her estranged sister. They hadn't spoken in over a decade. One morning during prayer, the thought returned stronger than ever. Reach out. She hesitated, of course. Old wounds, old fears. But finally, she did. The phone call lasted 2 hours and opened the door to healing. That persistent, peaceful voice, it wasn't her own. She now believes it was God nudging her toward reconciliation. God often speaks through a whisper in our minds that's rooted in love. 2. Doors that open or close unexpectedly. We've all experienced moments when life takes a sudden turn. An opportunity arises from nowhere, or a path we thought was secure suddenly disappears. Rather than seeing this as random, consider this. What if that open or closed door is divine guidance? David, a 58-year-old pastor, once shared with us that he applied for a leadership position he had dreamed about for years. He was sure he'd get it, but he didn't. At first, he was devastated. But 2 months later, a completely different opportunity opened up. A role at a mission center serving veterans. Not only was he fulfilled, he later realized it was exactly where God wanted him to be. Sometimes God speaks by redirecting our path, not to punish, but to protect and provide. 3. A deep peace that doesn't make sense. This one is truly divine. Have you ever gone through a storm in life, a loss, a diagnosis, a broken relationship, and yet somehow, in the middle of the chaos, you felt calm? Peace that defies the moment is often a holy signal. Susan, 71, lost her husband of 45 years. In the weeks following, she expected to be overwhelmed with sorrow. And of course, there were tears. But there was also something else. Peace, a quiet strength she couldn't explain. She described it as if someone was holding her from within, reminding her, "You're not alone." The Bible calls it the peace that surpasses all understanding. It's one of the clearest signs that God is near. So, what do you think? Have you experienced one of these signs? A persistent thought that won't let go, a door that opened or closed, or a peace that arrived in the middle of a storm? God's voice isn't always loud, but it's always loving. Take a moment, reflect. Has he been speaking to you? And maybe you just didn't recognize it until now? If something touched your heart today, I'd love to hear about it. Please share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. And if this message brought you comfort, encouragement, or clarity, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with someone you love, because your faith journey isn't over. In many ways, it's just beginning. Thank you for spending this time with me today. May you be guided, comforted, and surrounded by God's voice in the days ahead.